My name is Sadia Abu Latif Musa. I got my late dad's surname now because I'm a single woman, but my married name is Sadia Juma. I grew up in Durban, Lower Berea. My dad's family is all from Durban. We are, I have to mention this, my mom and dad are born Muslim on both sides. Growing up as a young Muslim girl, I've had very, very liberated parents. We grew up in a very cosmopolitan area. My neighbors on the left side of our house was Portuguese, and on the right side of my house was Coloureds, and 2 doors away from there were Tamils, and then 2 doors away from there were Muslims, and across the road from me were Coloureds. We were exposed to being a cosmopolitan Muslim family, I would think, from the time I can ever remember, which would probably be like 4 years old. And also going to school, going to a Catholic school for those days, taught by nuns. I was like, just very amazing. My horizons were already broadened from the age of 4 years old. Can you put the Bee Gees on, please? Put that back in the ABBA CD box and take out the Bee Gees. I've got a son called Zaid and I've got a daughter called Zaina.
Hi, I'm Zaina Juma.
I'm Zaid Juma and I'm 15.
Most of the things that make her modern is that like she does her hair and her nails, and she's not that strict with us in Ramadan. We don't have to fast if we don't want to, and I really enjoy having my mother along with us.
And you tossed it in the trash. You tossed it in the trash. You did. Take it up.
I'm totally pushed away in the Islamic community. I can count my Muslim friends on the one palm of my hand, that's 5 fingers, which maybe 5 Muslim people took the trouble to get to know me properly. I really don't know where the niqab came from. It's something that maybe it's got to be more for only your husband to see. So probably the world can't see you from your nose downwards to your mouth.
Why is it worn is a very long story. I mean it. There's a very controversial views on that. One is that it was worn. It was recommended to the wives of the Prophet only, for them to cover their faces because they were not allowed to marry after him. But so I can say to you that people wore it because women wear it because they're following that tradition. But the other view is that they wear it because it's a complete hijab.
If I have to ever make a change ever one day, and if I would do anything to change my dress code, I wouldn't go drastic, because in our Quran it says you just need to close your hair, which is basically you just wear a scarf. You wear a scarf around your head with a ponytail and, with your hair closed, and obviously maybe not so figure-fitting clothing, a little bit of looser clothing, and your hair is closed.
The headscarf is highly recommended. But yes, the choice is there. It's just preferred that one is dressed in an Islamic attire.
When you love someone, you ain't seen no monsters. I haven't seen a monster him. I loved him. My parents were very, very against the marriage. I never really had full blessings from my mom and my dad. The day I got married to him, my mom was sick for months. She wasn't happy with the choice I made. It was a total wrong decision of my life, yeah. He married me knowing that I was a modern Muslim woman. He married me with all the flaws I had. I've been coloring my hair from those years. He liked all that about me. I think he fell more in love with my beauty. When I was in my 20s, I have to say I was really a nice looking woman. And I think he fell for that more than anything else. Over a period of about the first year, second year, I started to see arrogance coming in, possessiveness. The first thing I saw was kicking a door down, breaking a window, acting like a real idiot. Started cursing and swearing at me. What I did is, but nobody likes to get divorced. I kind of just pulled through with him. As time went by, the one day I said something in the car and he smashed my nose. The final straw with my first marriage was physical abuse. As time went on in the marriage, he became very possessive. Constant beating me up. Constantly always on the face. Always smashing the face. Besides other nights where he smashed my face, this was that one particular night when I said, that's it, I'm leaving. I came home and he was perfectly fine and he said to me, why so late? And I said to him, I told you I'm working overtime. We need the money. I'm working overtime and we're getting paid for this. He was sitting exactly like how you're sitting. He jumped off that couch. He came for me and he smashed me, finished. The only way that you would like to see how I'd look is please hire the movie Once Were Warriors. It comes in 2 parts. It's about a family filmed in New Zealand. And the husband beats up his wife, where he puts her against the wall and he smashes her badly. And she gets up in the morning and looks in the mirror and she can't see herself. That's the closest I can tell you of how I looked. After he smashed me where I couldn't see anymore and I had an ear bleeding and okay. Bad memories, sorry. I think I have to stop for a minute.
When we speak of a male being superior, he's not superior in any way at all. It's the Quran clearly states of equality between male and female. The male is a degree higher only because it is his duty to protect and to provide. And the Quran speaks clearly of both partners. If they are not, if they're living in misery, then you are not to continue living in that situation.
It was so bad that after he hit me and I couldn't actually stand anymore. Well, just for the record, he was like about 11 years my senior. I was on the floor and then he still took out a knife. And when I saw the knife coming, I started running and screaming. Neighbors came out. The landlady above me came out. I think that saved my life because when he came for the knife and he ran to me, lucky, I quickly got into my senses because I thought this was the night I was going to die. And as he came to poke me, I managed to fall down on the floor and he poked the wall. But by then, neighbors were out and there was a performance going on. My landlady from upstairs had the key to open a spare door that was closed into leading the staircase. So she had the key to open. So she managed to open the door in time to save me. They dragged me out of the situation because I was bleeding profusely by then. I was bleeding through the ears and my nose. My eyes were almost shut. I couldn't see properly. I was totally dazed. My whole body was sore. I was like, and they helped me get into a car and they managed to get hold of a doctor. The first thing the doctor asked me was I in a car crash? That's how bad it was. He refused to give me my divorce. He wanted to take Zara away from me. And I was working. Luckily, I was independent. I was working at my own car. I managed to get hold of an attorney to fight the divorce. And I fought full custody of my child.
And so I understand in the tradition of Islam, you have to divorce your spouse 3 times.
I divorced him 3 times. He refused to give me my divorce. He wanted to take Zara away from me. I remember at the time when he threatened me for the Muslim divorce, I did turn to the Muslim ulama for help. They refused to help me. They said, you go back and you make your marriage work. So I said, excuse me, go back and have broken eyes and a broken nose and bleeding eardrums again? You want me to go back and make this marriage work? So fuck you. I'll divorce him. So when he said to me he will not give me the Islamic divorce, I gave it to him. I gave him the divorce. And I said to him, it's either you accept it or you don't accept it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm divorced from you and I'm finished. I'm done with you. I carried on going to work. And I continued going to the gym because I've been a gymmer from the age of 16. So I continued going to gym.
What I mostly respect and love about my mother is that she's a strong, independent woman that fights for rights. And I'd like to be like her one day. Without a man, I'd like to be independent and do whatever I want.
I've stood up for what I believed in. I didn't stand up for what religion called. I'm a religious, I might not look religious, I'm very religious. I'm born a Muslim, I die a Muslim. I love my religion, I love Islam, but I do it my way. I don't do it to make men happy. I do it to what makes me happy and what makes my heart as a good person, to have a good heart. That's who I am, and I believe in my beliefs. I believe in good things. I believe in a good heart, and I believe in well-mannered people. I believe in respect, understanding, truth and honesty. And respect goes a long way with me.